feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges? What if they're not holding you back, but lifting you up? Welcome to Blessed Beyond Hirsutism, hosted by Karen Alexandra. This podcast is for women with excess facial or body hair, and anyone facing obstacles, ready to uncover their true strength and beauty. Join us for encouraging stories of healing, growth, and empowerment, all sprinkled with a little faith. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you tune in. Subscribe now and start your journey to being fearless, free, and forever loved.
Welcome to Blessed Beyond Hirsutism, the podcast uncovering the truth about who we are. Fearless, free, and loved. I'm your host, Karen Alexandra, and I'm so glad you're here today. Before we begin, please subscribe and leave a rating. Subscribe so you won't miss any encouragement, and leave a rating. It helps more beautiful people like you discover the show faster. Now let's get started. Have you ever received a compliment and found yourself wondering, do they really mean that? Or maybe you felt a small wave of doubt, questioning your own worth. If you have, you aren't alone. Today, we're diving into why accepting compliments can feel so uncomfortable and how we can start embracing them with gratitude. Let's keep it real. As women, we often feel like the world messes with how we see ourselves. It's like looking into a funhouse mirror. Everything's distorted. And while we see one version of ourselves, it feels like everyone else sees something totally different. For a lot of us, self-doubt is something we deal with every day. Almost like it's just part of our routine. We're constantly bombarded with messages about how we should look or behave, and that pressure can be exhausting. Studies show that women, in particular, are often raised to downplay their strengths and beauty, making us feel unsure about owning our accomplishments. It's not just something personal we're dealing with, it's part of a bigger cultural issue that we're all trying to change. Think about the last time someone gave you a compliment. Did it make you feel good? Or did a little voice in your head start questioning it? A lot of us are so used to brushing off our own strengths and looks that compliments feel more like empty praise than something genuine. Now, this often comes from past experiences, times where we felt ignored, judged, or even criticized. Sometimes when we get a compliment, we just shrug it off with something like, "Oh, you're just being nice." Does that sound familiar? I remember a time when a friend at church complimented me on a presentation I did, and instead of feeling proud, all I could think about was how I could have done better. It's easy to feel like strangers in our own skin, especially when past experiences make us second guess ourselves. But here's the thing. Compliments are real acts of kindness. They're like little gifts, simple but meaningful. And instead of accepting them, we often brush them off, thinking they don't count. Think about the ugly duckling, the little duck who felt out of place and unworthy. Over time, he turns into a beautiful swan, realizing that his uniqueness was actually what made him special. This story shows how self-doubt can make us miss our own value. So next time someone compliments you, think about the ugly duckling and how he transformed into a beautiful swan. Try to see yourself the way others do. You might just realize that you're already a swan, totally worthy of love and acceptance. Here's something simple you can do. When someone gives you a compliment, pause, take a breath, and just say, "Thank you." It might feel weird at first, but by accepting their words, you're also starting to accept yourself. I love this analogy. Getting a compliment is like catching a little beam of sunlight on a cloudy day. It doesn't change the clouds, but it reminds you that sun is still there. Compliments are like those rays. They remind you that the light inside you is still shining, even if it feels hidden sometimes. Here's a verse that captures this sentiment perfectly. Let your light so shine before others that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. You don't have to shrink away from the light others see in you. It's there, even if you can't always see it yourself. Here are 6 simple ways to start accepting compliments as the gifts they really are. 1. Just say thank you. No need to downplay it or make excuses. Simple gratitude goes a long way. 2. Take a moment to really think about the compliment and why they said it. What positive qualities are they recognizing in you? 3. When self-doubt pops up, push back. Remind yourself the compliment is real and it's okay to accept it. 4. Spread the love. Compliment others. It creates a cycle of kindness and helps reinforce the value of accepting compliments. 5. Imagine yourself being thankful for a compliment, like you've already accepted it. Visualizing it can make it feel easier when it actually happens. 6. Write down the compliments you get. When self-doubt sneaks in, look back at them to remind yourself of your worth. Remember, a lot of people struggle with this. It's something we all go through. So next time someone gives you a compliment, how will you choose to respond? Let's start accepting them with confidence and support each other along the way. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs a reminder of their worth. And don't forget to subscribe for more encouragement. Each episode is a step toward confidence and self-love. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram by searching Blessed Beyond Hirsutism. Your stories and insights can inspire others on their journey. Until next time, be fearless, be free, and always remember you are forever loved.
I'm loving the day, loving the way I look in the mirror. I got no fear, I'm feeling myself. Ring all the bells, I'm coming hot, not gonna stop. I'm liking my shoes, liking my shirt. I like how I move, skipping the dirt. I'm on top of the world, it feels so good.